First of all, thank you for all coming here for my memorial and also remembering the ones that I love from my life. I'm Arda Buluç. I am from Turkey and I'm an exchange student this year. And I'm coming from the best in the whole world, Antakya, Antioch. The location is the southernmost part of Turkey, is the Hatay province. And Antakya, along the Amanos Mountains and Orontes River, is a sophisticated, beautiful city. And that's why, from Akkadians to Hittites, from Seleucid Western Roman and Byzantine Empire to the Ottoman Empire, 13 different civilizations lived and left their heritage in the city of Antioch. And it's long referred as the Queen of the East. This picture, as you see, is Saint Pierre Church. This is one of the oldest churches in the whole history, and where the first baptism occurred. The, the name of Christian came from the ancient city of Antakya. And in this picture, you see a church and a mosque in the same picture. In our daily life, we are very used to hear of the ring bell of the church and the adhan from the mosque at the same time. And in this picture, you see Jews, Christians, and Muslims in a Ramadan dinner, a special dinner for the Muslims. This picture really reminds me of the brotherhood we had in Antioch. There was no difference between the sects, no difference between the religion, and no difference between the ideology. That's why our logo is Hatay just like this. The emblem for the three religions in just one name. And today, the they like me with one. This is the oldest state in Antioch. And February 4, 2023 was my birthday gathering. And we went to the oldest and the best place that we always love. And I didn't know that this was going to be the last time that I saw Antakya as I knew it. 2 years ago, on February 6, 2023, two earthquakes with a magnitude of 7.8 and 7.7 shook Turkey and Syria. The first earthquake, 7.8, occurred in 4:17 a.m. Only 3 hours left to the first day of second semester. I want to stop here and I want to tell my story, my experience during the earthquake. February 5th was our last day of the winter break. After 2 long weeks, I was very excited to go to school in the next very morning. I had so many dreams and I had so many ideas, so many jokes that I would tell to my friends. Those excitement and those feelings kept me awake until 3:45 a.m. And I finally, when I was able to sleep, my sleep didn't last for so long. In 4:17 a.m., I wake up with a shake. I quickly did the back and cover position beside my bed. But my mother were yelling at me to come with her to my brother's room, to, in the order to be us in a single place united. So we ran to my brother's room. When we finally achieved to go there and do a duck and cover position beside my brother's room, the earthquake really started to show its magnitude. At that very moment, the wardrobe in my brother's room fell off the ground and windows had been shattered. Now, from that moment, the only sound that I was hearing was the yellings of my family, of my mother and brother, and the terrifying sound of the earthquake that still don't go from my head. And I was asking to myself two single questions. One of them was, is this going to be the end? 30 minutes away before of this earthquake, I was dreaming so many things. I had so many ideas. I had so many jokes in my mind. And I was asking myself, is it going to be it? And the second question was if the building was going to collapse to the right side or to the left side. As we were living in the seventh floor of a seventh floor building and the building was shaking. And when the magnitude of the earthquake started to decrease, we went to quickly to get everything up and to just get out of the building. But when I go back to my room, I saw the biggest wardrobe and the wall had been fall over to my bed. So I was very lucky that that day my mother took me from my bedroom. Unfortunately, my bed also underwater, and I couldn't have so many things that I can wear outside. In the February 6th, the coldest day of the Turkey. And my father was in work travel, and when he came 4 hours after the earthquake, that was the first time that I saw my father was crying when he saw how frozen I was. This is two pictures that I had in the day of the earthquake in my neighborhood. Death toll and injuries in Turkey. Total death just in Turkey was 53,537, and the Hatay was almost the half of it, with 24,147. This is a quick demonstration of before and after the earthquake. And this is 1 year after the earthquake. A quick comparison before and after the earthquake. I have lost 6 personal friends from my high school, and I want to memorial them with a long video. I want to talk about my peer, Hüseyin Taşkın. Hüseyin Taşkın was one of the coolest people that I ever witnessed in my school. He was 15 years old, and he was living in a residence that was built in 2012, selling as a piece of paradise. But a piece of paradise turned into a grave in February 6th. In the first days, we were hoping to them to be rescued, but in the following days, we were only hoping to be them to be able to find their bodies. And Mehmet Ali Yürek and Turkan Ayman was getting ready for a national competition for technology, and as I do. And so we were seeing each other every single day. And they were really one of the most cheerful people that I ever see in my whole life. Not just like that, they were so much fun and they were great, great friends. And lastly, I want to talk about my aunt Emma. She was sister of my grandma, and just like all my other aunts, she was just like a mother for me. The balloon for every child who died in a single building. Me and my family and I displaced to a nearby city Mason on February 7th as we understood that we couldn't live in the city. In February 7th, when I arrived to Mersin, I was feeling guilt that I was not in my beloved city. So in the morning of February 8th, we went to a seaport with my father and my brother, and we tried our best to have to a ship to get ready to go to Antioch with all the supplies in it. And in the following days, we just continued to try what we can do better. Even though the whole city was destroyed, we didn't leave but returned to our beloved city. This is my home before and after the earthquake. And this is demolition of my home. When I go back to Hatay, we still didn't have any home. So I went to one of my best friend's house and I lived there for 3 months. And then I went to a tent dormitory for 1 month. But living in a tent was not easy. It was just like a one person thing that you are earthquakes, however, every single day when you are sleeping and when you are waking up. But my family had to live in a shelter box for 4 months. Even though all the things that I experienced, I was still one of the most lucky persons in the whole situation. After 11 months that we were displaced to another city, finally we were able to be united again in a home as a family. And this brings me to Hand Up Tomorrow. I established Hand Up Tomorrow on August 10, 2023. That was a feeling of mine that every people after the earthquake had me, so I had to do something for my beloved ones too. So what is Hand Up Tomorrow? Hand Up Tomorrow is an organization that all children, young people, and others can come together to find solutions to make tomorrow a better and a brighter place. We seek to inspire and empower young people to take actions today to be able to change tomorrow and to make a brighter, more sustainable future. Our project on topics like human rights, education, disaster awareness, environment, and helping others. Even though we are managing our community as a non-profit organization, we are using social media effectively to reach young people. So how do we reach young people and what we have done so far? First, we established our Instagram account. Now our Instagram account have more than 1,700 followers on Turkish account and more than 100 followers on English account. This is a quick demonstration of our video. We delivered 9 wheelchairs donated by one of our followers to those in need. Let's take a look at what we did. In the beginning, we had to plan our road, which was way harder than we thought, but we finally had managed it and started distribution. The first person we visited was a gentleman in his 30s who needed dialysis treatment. After we had delivered him the first wheelchair, we moved on. Then we established our website. We have shared 37 blogs on topics like disaster preparedness, helping others, human rights, and protecting our nature. We did environmental cleanup project. We distributed food to stray animals in the earthquake region. Our first episode in Hatay, we distributed 30 kilos of food to stray animals who had difficulties after the devastating earthquakes in 2023. presentation to UNICEF about the earthquake impact on Hatay. And fortunately to us, they put Hatay as a single problem in their program for 2025-2030 Turkey program. And finally, we did Camp of Hope. Camp of Hope is a voluntary peer-to-peer education project for the earthquake-affected children in Antakya. So, like I said, when I returned to Antakya for my education, the demolition of the buildings were merely started. We were seeing destruction every day. And the streets that once children were used to play games now have fallen into a deep fire. And now the only thing that we could see in the streets were the destroyed buildings and the concrete gateways of the earthquake survivors. And I researched about the impact of the earthquake to the children. And the effects of the disasters were bigger than I previously thought. They had so many bad impacts on their education and also in their psychology. So I researched what we can do to tackle this problem. And all the articles I was reading was saying the same. Education continuity and socialization is the key to emotional recovery by children. But unfortunately, most of the Antakya schools were destroyed by the 2023 earthquake. And the solid school building has to share their building with at least one but up to three other schools. That means that the education time in Altay decreased dramatically. So I gathered nine high school students to do a project, and we cleaned a damaged building to make a classroom. And we were able to do that. Even though we started with 5 students, with the help of the other organization and the people, Hand of Tomorrow with Camp of Hope has brought math and English classes to 82 children who survived the 2023 earthquake. Those children that you see in this picture, the ones that lost their home, lost their friends, lost their family members, and lost their teachers. So the project was not just about teaching them English or math. The project was about to bring hope to them. So we were talking about their daily life, about their hobbies, about their future ideas and dreams, and we were more than a teacher for them. We were their brothers and sisters. We were their best friends. And we tried to do our best to make them feel that they are not alone in this earthquake region. And still, I'm continuing to have a phone conversation with my previous students. Come to the office. Quinn We'd love to see you as a part of our promoting community. As an integral part of our community, you can join Camp of Online project, which you can have to raise hope for the children all around the world. Or you can make real to Instagram or TikTok account and raise awareness on topics like data awareness, climate change, and human rights. To join us, you can reach me through my Instagram account and English account of the Hand of Tomorrow. There are no hopeless situations. There are people without hope. And I never lost my hope. Thank you. Yeah, any questions?
So, Arda, I just want to clarify that if anyone hasn't checked out this website, it's very impressive. I mean, we always encourage you guys to do community service and always give back. These young people have created a website to try and help others out. If you get a chance to check it out, hands up for tomorrow. It's really, really good, really well put together, very impressive.
Arda, would you push the slides back a couple so that people can see your Instagram numbers?
Yeah,
there you go.
Did you build that for tomorrow, or was it in like?
Yeah, I built from scratch. It was my idea. I invited people after I established, and they also were very helpful. But I established the website on my own.
And he still keeps it up, even though he's here a lot.
Any other question?
not really a question, but just a comment. So Arda stayed with me for a couple of months, and I just want to say it's very inspirational to see that you took something that was, a tragedy and were able to maintain that hope, like you say, and to do something positive. So that's a very good example. Yeah.
Thank you, Arda.
Thank you, Arda. Thank you, Arda.